Hey, it's me. I'm back again. Melinda NailFanatic here for Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. I see Melinda. I see Jen. I see Cassie. I see Champagne. I see Julie rolling in. Everybody's rolling in. Let's see what messages we have today. Yesterday was all about honoring ourselves, about giving ourselves that due respect. Oh, good. Jen got her giveaway today. Finally. Sorry it took so long to get to the post office. But I'm glad you finally got your gift. So, let's see. What is the word of clarity for us today? Oh my goodness. Hey, Courtney's with us. Sherry's with us. Okay, word of clarity coming out. We have the word receive. Yes, baby. Do you believe you can receive? Ooh, today's a juicy day for receiving. And let's see what's at the bottom of the deck that brings us this receiving. Oh, love, love, love. Joy is at the bottom of the deck saying we are receiving as a side effect of our joy. That joy that we keep ourselves in that place, that vibration, that frequency that we continue to maintain, that we continue to choose because life isn't always exactly what we choose, but in whatever life is presenting at the moment, we have the ability to choose joy, don't we? We have the ability to choose whether or not we are going to be in tune with our blessings in the moment, with our joy, with what actually is working out for us. And it's funny because it's like, it's showing what I'm being reminded of. There was a day, it was about probably 105 in Vegas, and we had just got the Honda, and my fingers slipped when I went to turn the car on. Well, that happened 3 times, and after the 3 times, it was like some security mechanism made it not turn on anymore. It like locked the car. So while I'm waiting for a locksmith to come and re-engage my ignition, whatever is the proper term for that, I stepped outside of the car, and I had somebody from across the street shout at me about how horrible it was and how much it sucked. And I said, well, actually, it's not really that bad. And they're like, what do you mean it's not that bad? It's hot out here and all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but the thing is, the truth is, I can get it fixed, and in no time I'll be back on my way. It's not a big deal. And so the point is, I could sit up there and I can bitch and complain about the car and the mistake that I made, or I could just find ways to appreciate my situation. Like, for example, I had the money to go ahead and pay for the locksmith to take care of it. I had a home to get to, and as soon as we get the car on, I could turn my AC on. I could go wait inside of the facility that I was at in the AC if it bothered me that much. There were so many. I had a phone to make the phone call. I didn't have any babies with me at the moment. There are ways that no matter what's going on, we can look on the bright side. I'm seeing my card of positivity, and it says on the bright side on the bottom, like a smile. And so we are receiving now, because no matter what has come up for you and for me and for we continue to center ourselves in joy. And joy is written in yellow, and I'm being brought to the solar plexus chakra. Like, that means it's intentional. This is what you can do. Maybe you haven't gotten so skilled at it yet, but if you practice and continue, as soon as it comes to your awareness, maybe you're 5 minutes into an ordeal and you're like, hold on, I'm emotionally upsetting myself more over this situation than is necessary. The situation's going to unfold the way it was going to unfold, regardless of whether I get pissed off, yell and curse, and feel like the world is coming to my end, or if I just sit here and rest for a moment and take appreciation for the time that I have to just stop and chill, and the way that the solutions come in regards to the situation. See, there's 2 choices, and we keep choosing joy. And I'm just going to say, underneath that is a card of ease, and it's in orange, and it's in desire. And so desire comes in with ease through joy. And then what? You receive. You receive things in the tangible. I Don't know if that's pink or red or light red or what, but I'm seeing base. I'm earth, and it's saying to me, you know, because you keep choosing with deliberate, decisive, I can ability, the conscious choice, energy forward into joyfulness, regardless of circumstances. Remembering that the circumstances of today are a side effect of a lifetime's worth of vibrations. And also, they are bringing up energies within us so we can learn more mastery of ourselves. And so, the more we choose joy now, the more joyful experiences we receive on the other side coming into us. Because all of our tomorrows are created in the now, and it's always right now. So if we know that all of our tomorrows that we receive are created in the now, where is the blessing in ever stepping outside of our joy? Can you find that for me? Because I can never find one. From the flashcards deck, we have the frog. Look at this frog. He's just sitting there, and he's green. And what color chakra does our green talk to? That's our heart, right? Heart chakra, green, sitting in his green. He's sitting in his heart space. He's sitting in his love energy. And when we think about that with the joy, yeah, and then we know that we receive based off of that, where is the most valuable place we can sit but in our heart space? What do we love? What brings us joy? What makes us feel great? What makes our heart feel fantastic? What makes your soul clap, ladies? What makes your soul clap, ladies and gentlemen? What is a soul clap? Who's been on my Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter? Because I posted all about it. You should go follow me on there. It's at LPHtarot. But a soul clap, that's when, whether or not the hands that I have, where they are real or imagined, because for some reason I became extremely aware in channeling this statement of those who didn't even have hands, literally have no arms. My soul claps. My soul claps. What makes your soul clap? What is a soul clap? That's when I'm so excited and I'm so on fire that although my hands make no noise, my soul claps. And the truth is, our soul is constantly clapping. And we feel better when we are in alignment with it, when we're aware. So it's like, no matter what has come up, where was my soul clapping? Let me focus there. Let me put my mind there. Let me put my attention to that place that makes my soul clap nonstop. There's something there. We talked a little bit about, was it yesterday or the day before, about that place where we could focus our attention and immediately raise our vibration. And I talk about Princeton and Quentin smiles and the way they run up to me and grandma, and they love me so much. And oh my God, they're so cute. Oh, just thinking about their faces, it makes my heart overflow with joy. So what makes your soul clap? What is your go-to place for joy? We want to continue to practice that because that's bringing us something awesome. Ooh, the zebra at the bottom. I don't know why I'm being reminded when I drive. I don't know if it's from here to LA or from here to Denver from Las Vegas, where I'm at, in case y'all didn't know, I'm in Las Vegas. But there's a road, and the name of it is ZZYZZX. And I'm like, what's that called? Zizix? I don't know. But I'm being reminded of that. And it's out in the middle of nowhere. So sometimes, oh, thank you. I love that. Okay. So sometimes you're in your journey of life and you feel like you're out in the middle of nowhere and this crazy sign that you don't understand, but it's there. And some of those crazy signs are the beyonds that we talk about, like messing up and locking up the ignition in the car, or dead batteries, or power outages, or I don't know, pick out some random beyond that comes up. In those situations, being balanced, those zebras, we spoke before, why do we have zebra on the table? Because it's balance. It's being able to see both sides of the illumination, whether it is the illumination or the lack of. We can find the balance. So yeah, okay, here's the deal. Many of our brothers and sisters of humanity have been programmed in this way that tunes them to, oh my God, this is all the horrible stuff. Have you been watching Fox 5 News lately? Have you been watching those stories of dramas, real life, housewife, let's fight on TV about some bullshit that don't really matter stuff? Because that's another way to tune ourselves to only be watching for what is dark. And in every situation, I don't care how dark it is. And I can say that because I can speak from my own, what I thought was the worst with my father's suicide. And we'll stop there because there's a list. But being able to say, hey, yeah, this is a dark, but where's the light in it? Where is the light in there? Because the dark gets darker, so you can see the piercing of the bright light. Even in the darkness, there is love. I've got to bring my paintings out to discuss, because Spirit says they need to see that to be reminded. So let me grab it. I got 2 of them. Here I come. I'm coming back. Okay, so I also channeled these paintings because of that. And they are 2 of the Love is the Key series. This is the first one, Love is the Key. In the darkness, getting darker, the brightness is more noticeable, and love is the key. You have to find the love to be able to unlock all of that beauty that you would love to experience from the darkness. There is beauty there. There is love there, but you have to be willing to choose to unlock that through love. Now, that was the first one. This was the second one this was the third one that I did. And even in this light, I love the way you can see that in the darkness, love is there. Love is written in the dark. Why? Because sometimes we're just tuned that way so much to the darkness that we need it to be darker so we can find a light. There is love all in the darkness, all in here. Why? Because when we're so out of tune with being the blessed divine child of the creator of all that ever is, was, will be, or could be, that you're so believing that everything is working against you, then it has to be showing itself to you that way so you can see. The darker the darkness gets, the more easier it is to notice the light. So in that sense, the darkness, all those hard things you have ever had to deal with, my heart goes out to you. Some of you have been abused. Some of you have been abandoned. Some of you have abused yourselves. Some of you have watched people die. Some of you, I mean, the list goes on and on and on. But even in all of that, there is love there. And if you haven't yet found that, you ask this universe to help you understand. Ask God, your angels, your ancestors, your guides, to help you unlock with the key of love the potential in that situation, which is why the center of those keyholes got all those colors in it, because there's so much you can do once you unlock that. And so as we receive the blessings from choosing the joy, regardless of what appearances seem to be, because remember, this is a constantly shifting reality. We find ourselves in this place of receptivity. We find ourselves gaining balance. Yes, gaining balance. And it's all because of this heart-centered focus on our joy. On the table, the cards look like this. He's a happy frog, sitting stable, looking at joy. So we could call it the worst thing that ever happened in our lives because you were abused, raped, abandoned, whatever, you were left alone, whatever that was. You can continue to look at it and call it the tragedy of your life, or you can find a stability through love. knowing that no matter how dark it seemed like it was just a setup for a come up. Ooh, thank you. It was a setup for a come up so that you could be made aware of where the light was. The contrast makes things show out in a brighter way. So let's see what John Holland's Psychic Tarot messages are for us today. Somebody needed to hear that. I kind of remember everything that I said, but I kind of don't. And I kind of feel like there's still more to be said on that. So let's see what comes out in these cards, okay? Current situation, we have healing begins. This was yesterday. Came out yesterday as what brought us to here. So this is saying that basically today and new energy coming in for the week, I see that more stuff is coming up for healing. So with everything in the conversation that's come up, again, I feel that dredging is when you take a tool and go to the bottom of the lake or the water and pull up what is at the bottom to search for things that have been lost. Okay, so we're dredging up things in order that they be healed. Peeling back the curtains of unawareness. Peeling back the curtains, allowing ourselves to show. And a lot of us, this is tying into yesterday's message, saying that, you know, for us, this has to do with literally allowing ourselves to show. So how are we still holding ourselves in a place of darkness? How are we still trying to conceal ourselves from society, from ourselves? How do we keep running from something because we want to be in joy, right? Thank you. That's delectable. Okay, so what I'm getting is, yes, okay, I'm back. I had to, yes, okay, I'm back. So, sometimes we keep trying for joy, but that one thing keeps sticking up in our mind. If you keep having the same thing come up, same situation come up while you keep trying to go to joy, then that means that in your trying to shift the energy, you actually are creating more resistance. So, okay, here's how it works. Sometimes we can, like, for example, with the car situation I talked about, it was easy to go to joy and that was genuine. But like, for example, with my father's suicide, every time I would try to just replace joy, it kept coming up. And it kept coming up because I needed to go through it, to transmute it, because I was holding on to it in a stronger way. And the joy was not as genuine until I faced it. I had to face the suicide. I had to face that pain. I had to really pick it apart for the blessings in it. So sometimes you could say, oh, there's this big ugly thing here. I'm going to look away and I'm going to keep going that way towards joy. Sometimes that works. But sometimes it's not this block over here. Sometimes it's this whole energy of, oh my God, this was a huge happening in my life. And so I carry this huge energy with me. Oh God, really? We got to talk about that? Okay. It's just like my sister would say, a black cloud. Some people feel like it's a black cloud. The black cloud must be addressed and dissected for the blessings, or it will continue to follow us. So sometimes a mere shift of attention will work. But other times when it's heavier, weightier, more impactful, and you put so much energy into it, it was so emotionally traumatic, you can't just pretend like the shit didn't happen because it's still here. It's still on your mind. It's an energy that you're carrying with you. And to release it, you have to dissipate the energy, which means looking at it and dissecting it for the true blessings in it. So let's see what brought us to where we're at. Yes, see, this was a feeling of hopeless and helpless and hopeless and helpless, and I'm all alone and I don't know what to do, and the sun is hot beaming on me, and I'm just gonna stand here. I'm not gonna go anywhere. Just going to stand here, not going to go anywhere. I'm not going to do nothing. I just don't feel like looking at it. I don't even want to try anymore. Somebody's been feeling that way. But you've gotten brave and you said, okay, maybe I'll just look at it a little bit more. Maybe I will peel back the curtain on that frightening, painful thing that happened to me. Because the truth is, you're always supported. And if you look at this picture of hopeless and helpless, you'll notice that regardless of which road this person actually chooses, they will find themselves very much in a similar place, location, situation. In other words, the truth is, you can't make a wrong choice and you can't get it wrong, but you'll never be done. There'll always be something else to process. Now, there's something else here too. And it's happened to so many of us, Jen. Jen says it's happened to her. It's happened to so many of us where we get stuck, yeah? Sometimes being in this position, though, is powerful because this is where we process. We stand still and we look. And we say, well, what else do I see? What else do I see? Because some of us say, oh, if only this hadn't happened to me. Well, then, for example, in my life, if only my father hadn't killed himself, and then, you know, he would have been able to meet my children, my daughter and my grandsons and stuff like that. And he would be here to help me decorate my business and fix stuff around the house and sit around and talk. Yeah. If only. But you know what? Here's the cold part about it. It was the path that unfolded in the way that it did that led me to be the person that has a business, that has a child. If things had gone differently, then I wouldn't be who I am. Likewise with you. Whatever challenge you went through, in the processing of it, in the choosing to heal it, you're going to find a blessing, a beautiful thing that unfolds in you that enhances and augments you for choosing to address, become aware, tune yourself to the love and the blessings and the joy instead of letting it be that one horrid thing that happened that ruined the rest of your life. And if you're really feeling this message today, if it's really like moving your heart, please on YouTube search Transmuting Tragedy to Blessing. It's a video that I put out a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, don't remember. But it goes a little bit more into depth about my experience with that, okay? So the incoming energy we have for us is the rebuild energy. Now, this is Major Arcana 16. This is the Tower. So this is awesome because something that had us in a standstill, feeling like we were hopeless and helpless, we choose to heal. We let go, just like the card just flew right to the ground. We let go of resistance and we choose to heal it. And then down comes all the false beliefs. Like for me with my father, for the longest time, I carried this, well, if I would have just got out of the car and took a walk with him like he asked, maybe he wouldn't have killed himself. We know better now. But when I figured that out, it was a tower coming down. And it was a huge release that came with it. There was a lot of tears. A lot of tears and a lot of pain was released through that. So somebody out there is going to go through something similar to this, okay? And it's okay. It's okay for you to cry. It's okay for you to get mad. It's okay for you to feel whatever you feel. But understand that in this falling apart, you're being broke down so you could be built back up stronger than ever, baby. You know what happens when a human breaks a bone and it heals? It heals stronger than it ever was. That's right. So, likewise, as your soul gets broke down a little bit about something that we've been holding on to, notice that this is so that we can open up our receptivity and notice that it was your joy that brought you this. You are in a place of joy, but there was something still lingering. What was that? I know for me, it came up last night, very late last night, about the idea of servant and friends. Will my friends really be there for me, or will they abandon me? Are they only there for what I do for them, like their nails and stuff, or will they abandon me? And just to prove that this whole message is so channeled for me and you today, the bottom of the deck says, change your focus. These cards are so much like what came up yesterday. Yeah, I shuffled. You heard me shuffling. I shuffled, I cut the deck. These cards are just like what came up for us yesterday. It's still time for us to change our focus. And it makes sense because that energy is still lingering with us. So, and even in the conversations that came up yesterday, it was like, okay, how do we address this situation? Why does this keep coming up? It all came up because I was out with a girlfriend of mine, and you know, girls, we go out together and you leave your bag with your girls, you go to ladies' room, come right back, no big deal, right? Yeah. Except my girlfriend left my bag and my phone there and got up and went far away from it. And I came out and I saw that and I could not believe it. So we had to have this discussion. It came out. I was going to let it go. I said, you know what? She just got excited. I'm just going to let it go. I was doing my best to stay centered in my joy, right? But it came up so that we could address the situation. Like, what part of what am I holding on to in my energy that causes me to have these situations with you where I feel like you're just not there for me? And so what I love about this friend of mine is that she and I are able to process these weird things that keep happening in our friendship and still be at peace. And what else I love about it is I was blessed and safe and protected through it all. So yes, I'm talking about a minor situation right now. You're processing, whoever you are who's really feeling this message today, whoever this message was channeled specifically for, and it's more than one of you. I'm hearing 4 of you that are watching this really, really need this. Like, there's 4 people whose lives are going to be severely touched from this message. Yes, that was a lightweight situation, and your situation is so much more weighty on you. And the truth is, just as all my belongings were blessed and safe and protected, even though my friend, quote unquote, abandoned me, or I felt abandoned by my friend, you also, in your feeling of abandonment, pain, frustration, tragedy, whatever that is, as you go through and you process this and you face these emotions, you are blessed. You are safe. You are protected in your skin no matter where you stand or sit in. You are there and you can process this without worry. You will come out of this just fine. You will be able to see the light. You will be able to free yourself of this weightiness that the situation has held over you for years now, because I don't feel like this is something that's brand new, okay? So it's saying to us, because underneath that change of focus, we have the card of teach. This also represents Hierophant. So for somebody who's watching this, like this card representing me right now, you're learning something that you had never thought about before, or maybe it's just resonating in another way and you've heard it 50 million times. But for somebody, this is me teaching you so you can turn around and be the teacher too. Yeah? And why can I teach this? Because I had chosen to do this. And the blessing that you have is that you have somebody that can relate their experience. When I went through this, I didn't have anybody in my life who had done anything like this work that I've been doing. And to be honest, I still don't know anybody that learned it the same way. So what a blessing it is to go through something on your own, to be able to share how you got here. How did you do it? You have something to teach. I had a girl who I meet so many women, and I had a girl who had been abused by her brother and sexually abused, and it's like, well, okay, let's work on this, you know. And so it's like, what came out of that? And what she realized was, over the years, she had been aiding other women who had been hurt, molested, encouraging them, helping them find a freedom and a release from guilt and from pain. And everything in our life is like that. Life was, yes, we can hit the easy button and go through whatever with ease, but we will go through ordeals and challenges to show us who and what we are and what we have to contribute on this planet. Because you didn't just come here to be a bump on a log. Not one of you came here to just be a bump on a log. You weren't just here to be a bystander. No, you are so important here right now. So what do you have to teach? And as you're in this place of learning and teaching yourself or the world around you about shifting focus, is saying, make sure you connect to your higher self. Ask your higher self to give you the words, the frequency, the vibration to reach the hearts of the others. Ask your soul self to connect with you. Ask your love source God, your angels, ancestors, guides, your divine mind to be present with you, and know that it can never detach with you. So do you really have to ask it to be there? Or do you just have to become more aware of its nearness, of its here-ness, of its connection to you? Because it is you, and you can't lose it. You can't shake it. It's just like your shadow, honey. You can't shake it. You could turn the lights off and then you'll forget that you have a shadow, but you'll never shake it. It'll be there. As soon as the light comes on, as soon as you realize, you'll see it's still there with you. Always blessed and safe and protected no matter what you do. Let's see what the miracles now is for today, because today's video got a bit lengthy and I got to call Miss Cynthia back. Oh my gosh. Okay. By the way, if anybody wants to start your pure romance business today, this weekend is a great time. They have a sale on business startup kits. For this weekend only, you can join and start your pure romance business for only $99. So if you want to do that and join my team, go to nfpurr.com and sign up today. Just click the button that says join my team, choose your kit, and fill in the information. They'll walk you right through it, okay? If you need help, give me a holler. You know how to reach me. Okay, so here we go. Our Miracle Now card says, by spreading loving energy, I attract more love. Love is the key to unlock all of the beauty in this life. And if you want to attract more love, whether that's love energy in your finances, because this green frog talks about finances too. The green, baby. If this is about you wanting to attract romance or heal your family, or more importantly than all, fall in love with yourself like never before. Find something to love. Shower your loving energy all over it, because what you put out comes back to you. And in love is, and just like everything else, it always rings true. Okay. So, what a beautiful general message for all of us. If you were tuned in, tapped in, turned on, thank you. Did you give the video a thumbs up? Did you subscribe and get the notifications? Did you share the video? Because there's other people that want to hear these messages too in your world that you would love to bless with these beautiful words of love. And did you get in my love bucket? Oh, thank you so much, Lisa. That was such a great message. You're welcome, Karen. All right, let's see who wins a radical raffle reading today. Ooh, okay, here we go. It is Melinda M. with her career. Congratulations, Melinda. Let's talk about your career, girlfriend. Let's see what we got coming out for your career. All right, we will use my tattoo and tarot. So regarding your career, let's see what is first. We'll see what's the current situation. What are the messages for Melinda Maisonette regarding her career? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's God. What does she most need to hear regarding her career at this time? Let's God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so the situation is, oh, we're going to talk about your entrepreneurship. Look at that, the King of Wands. Also, I'm hearing during the time of Sagittarius, which is coming quickly, big changes are coming, okay? Let's see something more about these changes. What is the help or hindrance energy that she's got here? The Hangman. This is a waiting game, but the waiting game is helpful. So as you're waiting to be more certain of what's going on with your career, this has an effect that is necessary and beneficial for you. And in your subconscious, you know you've been persistent, you know you've done your work, and you know you got it, girl. You know you on the higher ground. You know you had an advantage in this situation, okay? So let's see what evolved in your recent past with this situation here regarding your career. In your recent past, you received a bonus, a payout, a check. You made a business deal of some sort that is beneficial to you. You set yourself up for some reciprocity, putting your wares, and I'm hearing about the book. This has to do with your book. For those of you who don't remember or don't know, this is Melinda Maisonette's book. Go get it on Amazon, eBay, Balboa Press. I don't know. Go look it up or go to her website, melindamaisonette.com, and get her book, okay? It's amazing. It helps to develop your own intuition. So this is talking also about the book. And this is also talking about you and your career that you're developing of traveling. You're waiting for some deal to come through. Well, with the Three of Cups in your goal, you want to be able to share the love. You want to be able to open up people's hearts and share the love. So we're definitely talking more about the career that you're starting for yourself as opposed to the career that you're going to be moving away from. The Ace of Swords comes in to say that you are going to be speaking, is what I'm hearing. You're going to be speaking. Yes, there is a yes coming up for you. What is this yes about? You're waiting for an answer about something. Was a proposal offered and a yes answer is coming through? Are you reviewing a new contract? This is a decision. Information is going to come in that's going to help you to choose to move forward with this opportunity and move out of this. It's like the waiting time is going to be over. You yourself, you're finished with something. You're not trying to fight it no more. You're ready to lay down the worries and concern. It's like, I'll let somebody else worry about all of this for now. I don't need to be concerned myself with that. I've done the work that I needed to do. You're saying you did the work that you needed to do. The way you're being viewed from the external source is as one who is consistent, reliable. Your reliability is so necessary, and also the fact that you follow through. Your follow through is very important in this. What you need to know is it's time for you to go ahead and be willing to make this change. This is a gateway for you. There's a gateway that's coming up for you. As you know, you move out of this hangman situation. There's a yes answer here. This is a victory. This is a win. This is a clarity. This is a knowing exactly how to get the crown, baby. And with that, you're going to make this decision to go through this gateway and do something differently. And the outcome you'll experience with that is the Knave of Swords. So this is about you thinking about what you're going to say. You're going to be planning what you have to say. I definitely am thinking about speaking. You're going to put your passion into this. You're going to think about all that you've learned, your spiritual learning, and you're going to know how to teach. I see you coming up with a speaking opportunity for speaking, and this is something that you've been wishing for. This is your wish being granted. Where are you going to be speaking at? Who are you going to be speaking to? What is this? Let me know, okay? I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. It's a golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And don't forget to go out there and be your magical selves, okay? And sing the song, abracadabra, alakazam, hocus pocus focus, magic I am. Sing it to yourself. Remind yourself how magical you are. Remember that everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. And let these things play in the back of your mind as you process and allow yourself to find a more pure, honest, open joy as you allow yourself to move through changing your focus, and as you allow yourself to grow into this more balanced place than you've ever known, okay? Meanwhile, go check out my website. Take advantage of the buy one, get one offers for my full consultations while that's still available. All that information is at LPHtarot.com. That's LPHtarot.com. As in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours, and of course me and mine. Until next time. Love you, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, yes, yes. Life is good. Whew, yes.